Hello guys, Nintendo Capri Sun here, and I'm so happy. Welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy IV. In the last episode, Edward joined the party, and we're going to definitely be changing his position to get him in the back row, otherwise he's going to get annihilated pretty quickly. We seem to be a little bit in need of healing, but I don't think it's urgent. You know, like the Foreigner song, Urgent. It's like, that's the exact same song as something else, I don't know. There's some other song that's like exactly the same as that, but I can't think of what it is off the bat. It's like do 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 do. Just stop singing. Okay, so Gilbert. Okay, I'm gonna have to tell you right now that in the American version of this game, Gilbert was renamed to Edward. So when I see that sprite, that character, I think Edward. So I may be mistakenly calling him by the wrong name for a while here. Maybe even, who even knows? Why am I even showing this battle? I have no idea. Maybe just to demonstrate Edward's capabilities. But basically his attack, as you saw, was a series of notes. He plays the harp. And it really doesn't do much damage, but it has the added bonus of possibly inflicting a status ailment on the monster which it hits. And his current weapon, which we can look at now, is the Dreamer. Obviously, as you can imagine, that puts enemies to sleep if it hits. Possibly. It's not a definite thing, but it's definitely, you know, it's not a bad thing to have. I mean, if it's going to stop an enemy from attacking you for a while, then so much the better. Why not? Like, for instance, you might want to have Gilbert attack the turtle in the back, or just have Cecil Darkwave to finish off the rest. Now, this monster right here, this turtle, is another one of these reptilian enemies that's weak to ice. So if you see one of them, use your ice rod, and bam! There's nothing to it. And that saves your MP for later times when you might need it. As you can see, Gilbert's on like a 60 HP. It's like, who the hell is Gilbert? You've been talking about this Edward guy all this time, all of a sudden Gilbert. Do you have 4 members in your party or something? Good lord. You're such a jackass. This cave is kind of big. It's easy to get lost, especially when you're going around looking for treasures. The treasure chests, because they're on both sides. That's actually a new enemy there, a Domavoy? I have no idea. But, yeah, Darkwave suffices to kill him off. And we get 89 experience, and Gilbert has not leveled up yet. This is surprising. His little weak ass needs to level up here pretty soon. We'll receive Tent. No objections to that. And Potion, no objections to that either. That's more HP for me. And the more HP I have, the happier I am. And believe me, you'll get a lot of HP by the end of this game. Of course, I guess you're no stranger to that concept if you've seen Final Fantasy X. It's like, good lord, I mean, you haven't even seen the half of what you can do with that game. As far as I've shown, if I ever get back to that LP, I swear. See, the thing with Final Fantasy X, a lot of people ask me about that, and the thing is, that's one of those games that I have to be, like, in the right mood to play, and unfortunately that only happens, like, once every 2 years. So, and I'm not saying that's going to be 2 years before I continue the LP, I'm just saying that... Well, it might be, I don't know. Maybe I am saying that, I don't know. It's just, I hate to leave an LP hanging like that, though, so maybe Final Fantasy X can be like the new Chrono Trigger. Because Lord knows it took me almost 2 years to get back to that final Specchio fight on Chrono Trigger. Yellow Jellies! Basically, the idea behind these guys is whatever color they are, that's what they're weak against. So in this case, it's Bolt. If they're blue, then you would use Ice, and obviously if they're red, you use Fire, which we still have no fire spells right now. But I don't think the absence of fire is really hurting us in any way here. It was a pretty good experience. Radio gains a level. Dijon was learned. That's basically, in the English translation, that spell is called Warp. So basically what it would do is warp you back to the last entrance that you entered. So whatever the last door was that you came in. So which is, you can use it several times to get out of a dungeon. And I wish I quit talking so I wouldn't be showing these battles, I tell you. I need to be dark waving these guys. I don't know what I'm thinking, man. I just keep talking like I can't... Well, I guess as long as I'm on a roll here, I might as well stop and take a moment to tell you guys how much I appreciate every last one of you. I know that sounds stupid, like, who does that, you know? But it just bears repeating, you know? I can't say it enough. What you guys have done for me is truly something that most people can only dream of. And I know it sounds half-assed, you know, because it's like I've said this so many times. I probably say it too much. But, because I always thought when I was younger, my parents always used to say they were proud of me. And I never really understood what they meant by that. Because I knew what the word proud meant, but I didn't see why they were. It's just, whatever, I don't know. Antarctic wind. Just weenie. Well, there's a new enemy, it's a Basilisk. Actually, dark wave this. Not sure if Basilisk has a weakness, I don't think he does, but I'm pretty sure you can put him to sleep. So, do that if you can. But in all honesty, guys, I don't want you to ever feel like, yeah, see, he fell asleep. So let's just fight him. If she misses, which that's fine if she does. Just means she won't wake him up. Let's see, so let's finish him off. Cecil. Yeah, I don't want anyone to ever feel like they're wasting my time if they send me a message, because you're not. I appreciate every last one that I get. I get some great messages every single day, and I wish there was some way in this world that I could acknowledge all of them. Because some of you guys just blow me away with your kindness and your loyalty, because Lord knows I've changed a little bit over the years. I'm as aware of that as anybody. My voice has changed, my attitudes have changed, and I don't really talk as much about the world and life and stuff, and it kind of, sometimes people point, oh geez, Gilbert's taking some heavy damage here, but I'm actually going to go with the best defense is a good offense here and finish him off. This will do some pretty good damage. Yeah. The Ice Rod's probably about half as effective as an ice spell, which is why that divided among two monsters did about the same damage that the Ice Rod did against one. So yeah, baby. Sometimes I get in the middle of a sentence and I realize, why am I even saying this sentence? And so I don't know what tone to carry, to finish this sentence. As I don't want to sound like I'm actually interested in what I'm talking about, even though I am. You know what? Hide. It's one of the few times I would actually tell him to do that. Because he'll automatically do it, actually, if he gets low enough on life, and we are out of magic for Rydia. But you know what? It doesn't matter, because we have Ice Rod. Cecil can just finish off the other one. Ooh, we might have to finish off both of them here. Rydia's starting to pick up some HP here, which is good. 150, that's not too shabby. Now defend. I don't want your ass out here, you're just gonna die. Poison, not that useful of a spell, never was. The upgraded version of it, Bio, is excellent, but, Oh, I shouldn't be showing these battles. It's just that I'm talking, and it's like I don't want to stop talking just because I get in one. It's one of those things. Yeah, see, Gilbert still gains experience even when he's hiding. Even when his chicken ass is hiding, so... Let's go ahead and get some potions going here. Yeah, unlike Final Fantasy VI, you can't just go in and blip, use them over and over on the same person. So Gilbert's coming up on 100 HP. That's probably... You probably want to have him up to 100 HP before this boss fight coming up. Excuse me, the burp's coming up there. There's a nice little combination of enemies that you don't see every day. Probably want to put that Lacey back to sleep. Back there to sleep. Oop. That's just luck, huh? Okay. Well, let's take out the turtle. One thing at a time. I'm not sure what the dealio is with the Lacey enemy. Obviously it's female. If it has a sex at all, he probably fell in love with the prince and started singing to him. And then he remembered it and tried to convince everybody else that there was some singing girl that floated out of the air. And then eventually she got turned into a real human and she fell in love with him, and then he realized it was the same girl that was singing to him. Except that this imposter came along one day pretending to be the singing girl. But then he found out she was this giant octopus, and what am I even talking about? The Little Mermaid. You know what movie I want to see again? It's Cinderella. I was thinking about that the other day for some reason, just randomly. I was thinking about that scene where they're ringing the bells, and they show that one shot of all three bells ringing at once. And it's like, that is the most savage... Ugh. Yeah, I'm gonna run away. I don't know, that's just like the most disturbing shot. It's like the Rodney King beating, but it's not quite that bad. Except it's like expectations instead of whatever. Oh, well, geez, I couldn't get there earlier, and then all of a sudden now I can. Spiderweb, I don't need any of this crap. These are all pretty much one-time use items that inflict status ailments and almost never work. Or at least not when you want them to. I shouldn't be running away this much. I really should stick through these fights. But I'm just trying to get to the end of this cave, and if I need to grind, I can do it off screen. Maybe just a tiny bit, but hopefully not. But did I skip it? I know there's a save room in here. No, I'm pretty sure I was just in there. I guess you don't get a save room in this dungeon. Alright, now that these random battles have thrown me off my game a little bit. Oh, here we go. This is where the save room is. I was gonna say, man. Oh, and it's a good thing we didn't skip this, because look at here. Ether. Emergency exit. We'll probably use that after the boss, and Phoenix down. And a tent place. Something like a tent to restore our magic. Now, you might have noticed Gilbert's other commands in the menu were Sing and Medicine. Well, as far as I know, Sing is only just it gives you a chance to inflict a status ailment, whereas the weapon does damage and possibly inflicts a status ailment. So I don't see why not just do the damage along with it. And then the other command in his menu, Medicine, that heals the entire party for like 15 HP or something. But basically what it is it uses a potion from your inventory. Okay, well, it's nice to finally be cutting these out, even though it's messing me up. I'm like, ooh, we just stop talking, then all of a sudden I start talking again. It's awkward, like in real life. It's like I'm sitting here suddenly not talking and then talking again. It's like I'm sleeping and occasionally get woken up by something and I don't realize what it is or something. Anyway, this is the hole where the Antlion lives, and this is the house that Jack built. This is the Antlion's lair. Or wait, no. This is the Antlion's lair. Yeah. Don't worry, the Antlion is tame. He won't hurt a human. I'll take the light of the desert. I just realized I was giving him a Magipsy voice. Oh no. Whoa! Let's go, Rydia. Oh, ever so loyal, Rydia. You know, you got all these other people in the party coming and going all the time. Kane and Tella and Rosa. And it's like, Rydia is the only one that really ever sticks with you the whole time. You know, and bless her heart, she has nowhere else to go. She's nowhere to live. It's like, what else is she gonna do, you know? So, probably your best bet here is summon Chocobo. You're gonna get the most damage out of that, rather than casting spells. You get more done quicker. So, it uses more magic, but it gets the job done faster, which is what we're all about here. So, yeah, 200, holy crap. Just have Edward attack, obviously, or Gilbert. You're not gonna inflict any status ailments on a boss, except possibly slow. Which we could try, actually. A lot of people were saying that in Super Genius's comments, saying use slow on the bosses. Well, if we're gonna do that, we're not gonna do it with Cecil. We'll do it with Gilbert. Here, summon the Chocobo again. It's only 9 HP, what the hell? And for all the damage it does, it's like hell. Which, it's the Copper Hourglass that does that, right? Pretty sure. I don't think that did anything. It's probably one of those things where sometimes it doesn't work, I don't know. So look at that, Rydia is already our heaviest. Yeah, but it's like I was saying, you know, Rydia stays with you through the whole time, because it's like, what else is she gonna do? She's homeless. You know, you can't help but feel bad for the girl. But, eventually she will leave the party, and it's through nothing that she can help. You know. But, yep. Okay, seriously? That counter horn is getting really annoying. This guy's awfully horny, that's all I can say. Medicine, like I said, I did explain that, right? Basically, it heals the entire party for a certain amount, but it consumes a potion from the inventory to do that. But, you know, that's as good a thing as any to do right now, just to keep us alive. There you go, well, we're done already. These boss fights early on are pretty elementary. There's really nothing special. You have no real complicated strategies that you have to use. It's all just about attacking and outlasting them. You received the light of the desert. It can't be. Why did the Antlion? The number of monsters have been increasing as of late. Formerly tame animals have started to attack humans. I don't know if this is an omen. Let's get to Rosa quickly. Right, let's go. See how she just cares so much, you know? She's like, let's get to Rosa, you know? She's like a little cheerleader or something, you know? It's like, she never complains. She just, you know, as long as she's stuck with us, she might as well. She just makes the best of what she's got, you know? I don't know. I like that in a person, you know? I could stand to be that way better myself. Ugh. Okay, we're up to 17 minutes here. We do have some battles to cut out. I'm going to try to get back to Rosa before we stop this episode. It's pretty late. I had to go to bed. So that's the thing, I have to go to bed after this episode, so I don't want to stop. Of course, I could just leave it going and do part 6 right now. I could do that. Actually, that might be easier than... Yeah, maybe I will do that. So, back in Kaipo, here we are. You remember where Rosa was? Oh, no. Get out of my way. If you push against characters, they tend to walk faster. But not necessarily in the right direction, though. You might have to still worry about that. Rosa, let's use our desert light. Hopefully you remember what it's called. You shine the light of the desert on Rosa. Shine, sweet freedom, shine the light on me. Bum, 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 you are the magic. You ride where I wanna be. Sorry, I just love that song. Cecil, you're here. I'm so glad. Why did you come here? I heard you died in the earthquake and mist, and I couldn't believe it. Don't worry, I'm here. Rosa, who is Gilbert? Oh, the King of Baron, asshole. You know, the asshole king? He called him to take your place as commander of the Red Wings. Ever since he came, King Asshole has given more and more authority to the other asshole. The second asshole is certainly the one influencing the asshole king to gather the 4 crystals. The water crystal from Massidia, fire crystal from Damcian, wind crystal from Fabul, and the earth crystal from Troya. He's taken the fire crystal. The asshole has the fire crystal. This is Gilbert, the Prince of Damcian. It's because of him that we were able to heal you. This girl is Rydia from Mist, and she didn't do anything. No. Are you okay? I'm better, thanks. If Damcian's crystal has already been taken, then Fabul is next. We can't let this happen. Cough, cough. Rosa, don't overdo it. We'll go to Fabul. But the way to Fabul over Hobbs Mountain is frozen over. It's cold out there. Rydia, can you cast fire? No, I can't. Ooh, I'm sorry for these stupid voices. If you're a summoner, you should be able to cast a basic black smell like fire. Oh, get off her case. Rosa, you must rest. I'll be alright, and I'm a white magician. I won't be a burden. And here Gilbert gets to wax all sensitive. Cecil, Rosa wants to be with you. Just let her come. Forget I said that. So white magician Rosa has joined the party. Definitely a back row person. But, yes. That night. Oh, great, now, you know what? Find out what happened next time that night.